Well, it's back to work. Obviously, we've got work to do and ways, plenty of things we need to improve on. And that's what this week needs to be about, is making sure we correct mistakes, become a better football team, get ready to compete, and try to find a win our last home game here at our field. So I think our guys will practice hard this week. We know that every game matters, and we want to show improvement and go out there and do all the small things correctly, come out and play well. It'll be a tough opponent we play. They play very good football year long, very, very good on defense, very aggressive, get sacks, get tackles for loss. Their offense has played better this year as well, which has helped them get to 7 wins, and we will have our hands full. So we're going to have to play good football, all 3 segments, play together, play efficient if we want to come out with a win.
Jeff, do you have an update on Isaac Brown?
Isaac, we'll see how he progresses this week. He had a little bit with his shoulder. We're hopeful he can play, but I don't know yet.
Jeff, you talked about just the improvements you guys have to make, with only 2 games left in the season, you have a bowl game in a little bit. How much do you feel like you realistically can fix, and how much just, I guess, for lack of a better term, is what it is?
Well, let me see. I think I heard you correct. So, you know what? Every game matters for us. So we talk about it all year long. We've got 2 regular season games left on our schedule. 2 really good opponents, and we'll see where we're made of. And I think get an opportunity to play a really good football team that's played very well this year. We'll measure ourselves against them, and I expect our guys to work hard this week and come out with a great attitude and go to work and go out there and compete on game day. And definitely we will have to play solid football in all 3 segments to win.
The penalties obviously were very costly on Saturday. When you went back and watched the film, was there a common denominator for many of them? And what do you have to do this week to sort of eliminate it?
Well, obviously we've got to work not jumping off sides on defense. Those were costly. We had numerous of those, and so we've got to practice the hard count against our defense way more than we have, and make sure it doesn't happen again. After you get a couple in a game, you need to be able to pull back and correct it, and we did not. They continued. It cost us, I think we had 2 receptions on 2 offsides. We had 2 sacks with a legal hand to the face, and another offsides, I think. It's a face mask. We had, unfortunately, a bunch of penalties, and they hurt us, and they were costly. So it was a bad day with penalties, and they were very. Every one of them cost us something. It wasn't just a small penalty. Every one was a key component to the game, and we need to clean that up for sure.
Kind of sticking on that thing, I'm not sure that you want to stick on that thing, but at the end of the game, obviously 2 very costly penalties. They didn't decide the game, but they can obviously put Stanford in a position to kick that field goal. What do you say to the guys when 2 penalties like that impact the outcome in such a way?
Well, we've talked about a lot that even after the game, the focus you have has to be for all 60 minutes. And, it can't be for 50, it can't be for 55, you can't let up at all. I thought at times, we went back and watched the film, we did some good things, and then we just had some really costly, dumb things that we inflicted on ourselves that cost us. And without question, 2 penalties at the end gave just enough yards to kick a field goal, which should happen, 20 yards of penalty. So that was devastating to us. Cannot happen.
Jeff, you scored 35 points, but it seemed like you left some points out there. When you looked at the film, what did you think offensively about the way you guys performed the entire time?
Well, I think we started a little slow on offense. Second play of the game, we had a batted ball, get intercepted. Gave them 3 points, really. And got stopped once or twice, and then kind of got some things wrong. Was able to score 21 points. Did some decent things in the second half. We really weren't able to hit many deep shots. We tried at least a handful more, and we get 0. We were efficient in the passing game, getting the ball out and getting yards, and popped a couple runs, but the inability to connect over the top hurt us to get more points. So, you know, that's something we gotta, it's a combination of a lot of things. We gotta protect a little better. We gotta be able to pick up some late blitzers that were coming late after the play action. We gotta be able to stand in there, and we gotta be able to get open and make the play. So I think it's every little play had a different nuance, but you know, we've had pretty decent success connecting deep up the field on plays, and we were not able to do that in this game.
Jeff, there's an old saying, you can't let a tough loss beat you twice. What will you look for in your kids this week getting ready for Pitt on Saturday?
Well, we want to feel the pain of the loss, and there's a lot of pain to feel. You know, so I think myself, coaches, and players, we feel the pain. And, you know, you got to motivate you to want to not let it happen again. And, at the same time, you can't let it get you down. You've got to respond, and you got to move forward. And that's the great thing about sports and football. You're going to have some tough times, and this was a game you'd like to have back, but it's over with, and you got to move on. So we've got, like I said, two really good opponents to finish the season. And it starts with Pittsburgh, who's played really well this year, and not only really great on defense, which they have been very good offensively. They played better. And, so, you know, I think that you know, we'll see what we're made of. You know, we talk about all year long. You got to finish the season. You got to play to the end. You got to compete, and that's what you need to do if you want to be a you know, competitive difference maker football player that wants to win. And everybody across the country has a loss or two. You got to be able to respond and play well the next week, and we'll have our hands full this week.
What is it about Pitt defensively in the system that he runs? What makes them so good?
Well, they're very aggressive. They don't give you the easy completion, so they're going to press you across the board. They're going to blitz you quite a bit. They're going to get after the quarterbacks. They're going to rush up the field. The safeties are going to play low. They're going to force you to throw the ball deep and complete it, but you don't see a whole lot of them because they're on you tight. They don't bust many things. They're very sound in what they do. They've done this system for a long time. They tweaked it over the years. They're much more aggressive in their blitzing approach, where they're a lot of times going to put 6 or more guys and play zone behind it instead of man. And you know, when you have to get the ball out quick and react and break on and make the tackle, and because of it, they land. So one of the top teams in the country getting sacks and tackles for loss. So we've got to have an answer and a plan, and we've got to play good on all 3 segments if we want to win this game.
Jeff, you mentioned after the game, excuse me, that you had preached all throughout the bye and throughout the week of preparation that you wanted to have them not have the letdown after the big game like with Pitt last year. Was there anything that you saw in that bye and that week of preparation that maybe suggested that they hadn't properly flushed the high of the Clemson game out of their system?
Shoot, I can't really say there was. We talked about it a lot. I thought we prepared well. Got a couple guys a little healthier. We just didn't finish the game. We had the game in our control. Didn't finish it. Played bad down the stretch. A lot of things went wrong, and we couldn't stop that bleeding. And you know, got to find a way to stop it. And we had multiple opportunities to do it, and you know, we couldn't get it done. So you look back and you identify numerous mistakes, and you go about correcting it. You don't shy away from it, and you move on to the next game, and that's what we're going to try to do this week.
You guys weren't able to come home Saturday. How does that affect the preparation this week in terms of changing the schedule? And did you get any sense of being around your guys of what their mood is and how they're going to respond?
Well, unfortunately, we weren't able to make it back on time. Co-pilot got sick, and they weren't able to fly. Didn't have enough crew there, so we had to stay an extra night, which we did. We got situated and really had our normal Sunday meetings early in the morning. We were at the hotel till 11, 12 o'clock meeting, going over the film and trying to wash that clean, and then got on the flight. Took off at 12:30 Pacific time. We got back here, I don't know, I can't remember, it was about a 4-hour flight or so. And now we're on to preparation day. Our guys are on the normal schedule. I think we were able to adjust and adapt, and we get a lot of stuff done Sunday morning at the hotel that would have normally happened here other than going out on the field.
Jeff, in addition to the penalties, just the passing seemed like Ashton was able to pass quite a bit. I guess what do you want to see differently from the secondary moving forward against Pitt?
Well, we didn't, we made some plays at time. We didn't play as well in the secondary as we can. I thought we were too aggressive in some simple cover 3 zone coverages that we have a little cushion. We allowed the receiver to run by us. And one time kind of stutter us and run by us when that can't happen. We got underneath coverage. We were too aggressive on that technique. And that was disappointing, but that can be fixed, and we need to fix that. And in the red zone, we had an opportunity on 4th down to get a stop, and the ball go over our head in the back corner, which we've got to cover that. And then we let the 4th and 1 pass go over our head in man coverage, where we can't allow that to happen. So I mean, we had some miscues, and it hurt us. But we can play better in that, and we can play smarter in that.
After Isaac Brown got hurt, Watson came in and really gave you a solid game. What do you see from him? What do you like about him, and what's his potential?
Well, we like Isaac. He's shown great promise. He has some speed like Isaac as well that it's hard to teach. He's got some elusiveness to it. Gain strength and getting bigger and stronger is something he's going to have to do to help him, but he goes hard. And he's got some toughness as well, and he likes to compete. So while Isaac has been doing a great job, Luke came in and did very well. Understanding the whole scope of the offense, he's got to continue to grow and learn through that, but he gives us great effort. So I thought he did